also, people don't want to talk about the real turf war that's going on, Tim.
Yeah.
And that is between DoorDashers and the homeless,
Yes.
bro.
Well, because if you're homeless, if I see a DoorDasher, I'm seeing an opportunity. That's all it is. That's all it is. By the way, DoorDashers now are they don't let it be known they're a DoorDasher. No. They are stealth. Yeah. Like food delivery people are stealth.
They'll dress up like postal workers.
Yeah.
Vampires. I've seen a vampire.
Yeah. You don't even know who they are. They're in a costume. Yeah. They're in a truck.
I see somebody just wandering like
Sometimes they have their friend with them as a lookout. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
There's literally be a guy in the front seat of the car, and then his chick will be just kind of looking out, just making sure like nobody comes and kills him.
How crazy that DoorDashers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and they are also carrying messages.
But here's the thing, I don't feel bad for any of them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anyone who does it, and I do believe anybody who's doing DoorDash is like, you know, in India, they have a caste of people called the untouchables.
Do they really?
Yes, you just can't fuck with them. You
Wow.
can't go near them. You see them and you look away. That is kind of, and this, don't take offense to this, but it is when I encounter a food delivery person in the wild, I look away.
No.
I will look away.
Tim, you don't feel like you're one of them?
A food delivery person? No.
Yeah.
There's so many other jobs. I just feel like if you're delivering DoorDash, I just inherently, here's the thing. I love them as a person. They're a child of God.
Yeah.
But they're in so much pain.
Are they?
A lot of times you can see they're in pain. I can't see it.
Really? They're just listening to Scott Stapp usually. I don't feel like
I think some of them are in pain. It's tough. It's hard for me to see and look at. It's just hard for me to look at.
Well, the saddest part is we make them drive too. It's like,
well,
they're a victim to gas prices. At least in other countries, like DoorDashers will be on motorcycles, or they'll just be throwing the food to someone who's further down the street.
They're actually cool.
Yeah.
Because many of them are Asian, and they're on a tiny little bike, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And they're having a great time, and they're actually seeing how fast they seeing how fast they can get it to you.
Oh, there's a dark web that they are all on, where they get points in their little.
Oh, yeah. And they like seeing how, and many of them are risking their life with ramen on their back to get it to you. They're risking their life so that an NYU student can eat that ramen piping hot. You're getting it so hot. But in LA, maybe I should qualify my statement.
Yeah.
It's only DoorDashers in LA.
Of course.
Because they're all people that want to be like actors or screenwriters. They're lazy. The food's cold. You barely get it.
Yeah.
That's my issue here. It's not, I don't want to malign all the food delivery people. In Los Angeles, I've noticed a problem. Sometimes they'll just steal the food.
Yeah, now that's another thing.
The food.
Yeah, some of them are just looking to get a meal because you can apply online.
Yeah.
You can be working for DoorDash in 6 minutes or less. That's one of their big things. Like, in 6 minutes.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's a horrible idea.
It's a horrible idea.
Become a DoorDash delivery guy.
In 6 minutes.
Yeah, you can be a DoorDash delivery guy in 6 minutes, or in a very small amount of time. I'm not sure what it is, and they call you an independent contractor. But yeah, next thing you know, you can have a food in 40 minutes. You can be picking up food from somewhere that you can just eat.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some issues with them.
Have you?
Well, DoorDash now, I think is pretty good. It's the one that I use.
What? I thought you just said all this shit.
Well, no, they are. They're bad, but they're all bad. Like Postmates they're all different kinds of bad.
Yeah.
Postmates is bad. Uber Eats, I just feel like it's a monopoly. I don't want to be involved.
Uber Eats is disgusting.
I don't want to be involved with people that are double dipping.
Yep, I agree. It's sick.
It's sick. But to me, it's like DoorDash, even though it's evil, it's the lesser of all the evils.
Yeah.
Or you could leave your house, but that's terrifying. To go and like the process of getting
to go into the world? Yeah.
It's crazy.
And to go eat, like David Spade still eats at McDonald's. You know, he's basically, he's like the Ulysses S. Grant of our time, I feel like. Like he goes, he's on the front lines.
He is the Ulysses S. Grant.
He will go sit in there and dine.
He'll
battle. He has an amazing story about battling a homeless guy for a series of nuggets that he had ordered.
Well, that's probably what keeps a guy like that who's so successful and so beloved. It's what keeps him grounded.
Yeah.
Like once a week, he goes,
I'll
I've
go
had
in.
this legendary career, but he's like, once a week, let me go in and get him a griddle and see if I can make it out, you know? And if he can make it out with the McGriddle, he's like, all right. It's just, we all need a little friction in our life.
He's like, this is for you, Farley.
Yeah, this is for you. And he goes in, you know? It's just, he's like Adam Sandler's on a spaceship somewhere, you know, like writing movies from a space station. And David Spade's like, let me just go into the La Cienega McDonald's and just see if I can get out today with a McFlurry. Get into my car.
Dude, there's there's a promoter, this guy who's a promoter, promoted a bunch of like Midwestern tour dates. He double booked features and stuff. You'd show up, you'd drive through the snow to Penguins in like Midland, Iowa or something. You'd get there, he'd have booked 4 other fucking features, you know, and it would be closed. It was just fucking.
It's a nightmare.
Oh, it was unbelievable. And he would always trade tickets for everything. You'd go to eat with him. He'd like, let's go to lunch. And then he would try to pay with tickets and you'd feel so fucking embarrassed. You're like, I can afford. Then you'd end up having to pay for him a lot of times. It was, this guy was just
with
like.
Tickets like a carnival?
Like tickets to the comedy show.
Oh.
Because he was also a feature opener.
Gotcha.
He did 10 minutes about being he did 10 minutes up top. But one time he had 2 milkshakes, right? Yeah. And they had a couple sisters that were fighting each other near a Honda Civic.
Okay.
Right, that's most of the Midwest, right?
That's probably a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's the whole state of Missouri. It's a Honda Civic with 2 sisters, maybe hefty, maybe not.
I mean, definitely, like you wouldn't put more than 3 of them in a Camry, probably.
It would get tight.
It would get in there, right? So, but they were talking shit outside in a parking lot,
right?
So he's like, I'm going to be a good Samaritan. I'm going to walk over there with 2 milkshakes, right? So he goes over because I think in some cultures, if you milkshake a sister, it's like it's
beautiful.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
So he gets over there, and they did not want anything to do with him. And they literally started beating the
They lit him up for that?
Lit him up.
Dude, that's fucked up. They lit him up for just coming with milkshakes?
And he was he'd never let go of the shakes thing.
Right.
So this guy took all the abuse.
Took the beatings.
Down on his knees, and he still has the shakes in
like
the air.
Christ on the cross with a shake on each. Yeah.
Gary, that was his name, too.
Yeah.
And we can take his name out if we want, but that's who he was, man. He was... he'd invite you to go to a show in the middle of Lake of the Ozark. One time I went to it was nowhere.
Yeah, it's the guys,
It was just a couple dudes at a fucking water fountain.